Hi, I'm Anu. Today I will discuss about AP Moller Mock Supply Chain Management Case Study Presentation. Okay, let's start from introduction. I'm thrilled to dive into AP Moller Mugs, a global leader in shipping and logistics, and analyze your supply chain management using the SCORE model. Supply chain are the backbone of global trade, and Mock's operation keep goods moving worldwide. Today, we will evaluate Merck's supply chain management, pinpoint three key bottlenecks, and purpose solution to boost efficiency. My presentation covers Merck's background, the SCORE framework, process analysis, bottlenecks, specifically visibility issues and container shortage and environment regulation and actionable improvements. By the end, you will see the Mox can stay ahead in the fast-paced industry. Let's get started with who Mox is. Okay, let's start Mox company background. Let's meet Mox. Mox founded in 1904 in Copenhagen, Denmark. AP Moller Mox is the old top container shipping company, handling about 20% of global container trade. It's a giant in maritime logistics, offering ocean transport, inland logistics, ports operation, and end-to-end supply chain solution. Picture this: over 700 vessels, 300 ports, and millions of containers moving goods from factories to store worldwide. That's Mox scale supply chain management at its core, ensuring seamless, cost-effective, and reliable logistics. For example, Mox's ability to coordinate global shipments saves time and money for business everywhere. But even a leader like Mox faces challenges in the complex industry. To understand how its supply chain work, we need a solid framework. That's where the SCORE model come in. Let's take a look. Okay, let's start from Mox SCORE model framework. To analyze Mox supply chains, I am using the SCORE model, a framework tool that breaks supply chain into six processes: plan, source, make, deliver, return, and enable. For Mox, plan involves forecasting demand for shipping routes. Source means procuring fuel and containers. Make is about designing logistic solution like optimizing routes. Deliver gets cargo to customer, while return the handle reverse logistic like damaged goods. Enable include IT system like amongst trade lane platforms, which track shipments in a real time. Score rooted in supply chain theory. Link this process to metrics like reliability and cost, helping us spot strengths and weaknesses. This framework gives us a clear map of Mox operation, setting the stage for deeper analysis. Next, let's zoom in some key process to see how Mox performs. Let's analysis of key SCM processes in Mox. Let's focus on three score processes: plan, source, and deliver. In plan, Mox forecasts demand for shipping routes and assigned vessels. Its TradeLines platform uses data to predict trends. Pretty high tech in source, Mox produce fuel, container, and maintenance services. It's efficient but relies heavily on violent global fuel market, which we will explore later. For deliver, Mox moves cargo across ocean and handle last mile logistics, excelling in responsiveness thanks to its vast network. But visibility issue can slow things down, as we will see. Theoretically, Mox uses lean principle in sourcing to minimize waste, as Humack and Jones suggest. and agility in a delivery to meet customer demand quickly per Chopra and Mehta strengths. Most IT system like trade lanes, streamline planning and delivery weaknesses. Fuel dependency and visual gaps create leaks. These process how much supply chain power, but bottlenecks are the holding it back. Let's dive into those challenges next to understand what going wrong and why. Okay, let's start from three bottlenecks. This is the first bottleneck one, which is the supply chain visibility issues. First off, supply chain visibility issues. Merck's global network is a massive, but a limited real-time tracking delays decision, frustrating customers. Let's break it down with the is not framework. The issue in poor visibility, but is not a lack of IT infrastructure. Merck's invest billion in tech like trade lanes. My Pareto analysis check out this chart. So 70% of delay come from just 20% of on-track shipments. To find the root causes, I use a fishbone diagram. Look here, partner data silos, inconsistent IT standard, cybersecurity concern, and Merck's complex global network all contribute. For example, partners using a different system create a gap trade lanes can bridge. Roston et al. Say poor visibility can extend lead time by 50% and Merck's feel that pain with slower responses and unhappy clients. This bottleneck undermines Merck's responsiveness, a key score metric. It's a big challenge, but not the only one. Let's move the next bottleneck to see what else is showing Merck's down. Okay, here is the next bottleneck which is container shortage. Next, container shortage. Merck's often runs shorts on container, disrupting sourcing and delivery, which delays shipments. Using the is or is not framework, the issue is container shortages, but is not efficient container design. Merck's containers are standard. My Pareto chart shows 65% of delay come from 25% of high demand routes like Asia to Europe here in a Pareto chart. And the fishbone diagram dig a deeper, revealing cause global demand spike, port inefficiencies, a trade imbalance, and delay in container production. For instance, when Asia exports more than it imports, container pile up from where they are needed, and UNCTAD reported a 30% of container shortages in 2024 due to trade sources, and Merck pays the price with higher cost and late deliveries. This hits Merck's reliability, another score metric. Hard imagine customer waiting for goods because containers are stuck halfway across the world. This is the top bottleneck, but there's one more to uncover. Let's keep going. The last bottleneck 3 is environmental regulation compliance. The third bottleneck is environmental regulation compliance. Strict rules like the IMO's 2030 emission target challenges more sourcing and operation. The is or is not analysis, so the issue is complaints, cost and delays. But is not lack of sustainability goals. Merck's aiming for net zero by 2040. My Pareto chart indicates 60% of complaints cost from the 20% of new regulations. Look at this in the Pareto chart. The fishbone diagram point to causes involving IMO rules, high cost and switching to green fuels, regional regulatory different and delay in retrofitting vessels, which is renovation vessels. For example, renovation ships for low emission fuel is expensive and slow. Like it note, complaints can spike cost by 10%, and Mox faces that with prices, operation and added complexity. This bottleneck strain marks cost efficiency a key score metric. These three issues, visibility, container and regulation, are serious hurdles. So how can Mox overcome them? Let's explore solution next in next slide. And next slide is proposed improvements. Let's fix three bottlenecks which operation management principles. First, two visibility issues. Mox should standardize trade lanes protocol and offer incentiveness like cost sharing to get partner on board. This could improve tracking by 10%, speeding up decision. And second, for container shortage, Mox should invest in container production and use AI to optimize empty container repositioning. This could cut a delay by 50%. Imagine fewer ship waiting. Imagine fewer ship is waiting. And third, environmental regulation. Mox should accelerate green fuel adoption, like biofuels, and streamline complaints with a dedicated task force. This could reduce the cost by 5% while meeting IMO target. This solution draw on theory of constraint as a Goldratt suggests to target a bottleneck directly, and a lean principle to boost efficiency. Check out this table. It compares the current mesh to the purpose fixes. The benefits: faster deliveries, lower cost and smoother complaints, aligning with score reliability and cost metrics. For example, better visibility could save days of lead times, and green fuel support Mox net zero goal. These changes keep Mox competitive and sustainable, but they require investment and collaboration. And so, are they worth it? I think so. Let's wrap up with the big picture. Okay. And conclusion, the sum of Merck supply chain is a global powerhouse, but it faces challenges: visibility issue, container shortages, and environmental regulations. The SCORE model helps us analyze its processes and pinpoint this bottleneck by solution, standardize trade lanes, boosting container supply, and embarrassing green fuels, aim to improve efficiency, cut cost, and support sustainability looking ahead. Merck should lean on technology and partnership to build a more resilient supply chain. This analysis shows the how theory like SCORE and Lean can solve real world problems. Uh, Thanks for listening. I hope you found this insightful and see Merck's potential to lead even stronger. And the last slide here is the references where I research for better presentation for more information. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Thanks again for your attention. Thank you so much.